What's going on, everyone? It's Israel back here with another video, and in today's video we're talking about Group A of the 6 Invitational group stage is over for Group A at least, and Cyclops is the team that is getting kicked out of the 6 Invitational because Cloud9 won the tiebreaker over them and they just did not perform, so they are going to be bowing out of the tournament. But there are still 9 other teams that will be in the playoffs, so Empire, BDS, Liquid, FaZe will be in the winners bracket, and then Team 1, Dark Zero, Fira, G2, and Cloud9 will be going to that losers bracket, as we can see. So if we scroll down to the matches right here, these were the matches today. I mean, BDS and Empire just went off all day pretty much. Like, it wasn't even close. Fira had a chance to get in that winners bracket, but dude, they choked mad hard against Empire, FaZe, and DZ. So that was just unfortunate to see from them. 3 games in a row couldn't get anything done from them. And then, I mean, you look at Cyclops, I mean, they had to win one of those overtimes to get a chance. It just sucks they had to play the 2 best teams in the last day, because if they win one of those games, they're not going home. So that just sucks that they go 14 rounds and they don't even get a win in 2 games. So I mean, that just sucks to see from them. But I mean, a lot of these teams, are looking pretty good, and we're gonna get right into the matches that we had today, and let's just get right into it. This was the final bracket, but we can actually go to the playoff bracket, I think. So let me go to the playoff bracket. So right now, this is the playoff bracket as we see on your screen. So the first matchup we have is Team 1 versus Cloud9 in that best of 3 in the lowest bracket, because there's 5 teams going in the bottom half. So that'd be a pretty good match. I think Team 1 will come out on top, to be honest, but we're gonna have to wait and see for that one. But yeah, so these are the matches that we're gonna have so far, and it's gonna be intense. I think Empire and BDS are probably gonna go off in that winners bracket, to be honest, but we're just gonna have to wait and see what happens. Alright, so our first matchup was BDS versus Cloud9, and BDS takes this 7-5 on Clubhouse. And honestly, like, this was just a really good matchup to watch. I think a lot of these are just good matches to watch, to be honest. Like, because it's so competitive in the 6 Invitational that literally any team can pop off at any moment, and that's what happens in BDS right here. They just go insane. If you look at the stats real quick, I mean, Renshir is 14-7, and Bride is 12-8. Good to see them stepping up. The only thing that is interesting, Shaiko's not really having that good of an event. He goes 6-10 on the series, not terrible, but he's not really having a good of an event overall. His entry is still pretty good, though. That's the one thing I'd say. His entry is pretty good. It's just the KD, not really. And then, I mean, even MV Taylor, he's 11-8. I mean, he's doing good, but Markley, BDS takes this one, and that was pretty much it. Like, this was just a very quick series. Alright, so going on to the next series, we have Empire versus Cyclops. And Empire will take this one in overtime, 8-7. Pretty remarkable fashion how this happens, to be honest, as we see on your screen right now. Going in that last round, I mean, just crazy stuff. Like, Shepard's on the defuse, and he just sticks it, and his teammates cover him. Insane to see from that, honestly. That was an insane clutch. No one else could get on him. That's just a terrible way to lose if you're Cyclops. I would be so heated, but good from Empire. They clutch up and they go 8-7 in this one. And honestly, Dan, it just goes off. He's 17-6, plus 11. That's insane from him. Joystick, he's pretty much even over there. But I mean, once again, I say these overtimes are just so hard to win. Like, I feel like these overtimes are insane to win, especially in a best of 1 format. But I mean, Empire get it done, and it just doesn't work from Cyclops. It just sucks to see them lose like that. Yeah, so this one shouldn't even count, but BDS played Team Liquid right here, and as you can see on your screen, I mean, it's already 5-0, so yeah, it's not looking too good for Liquid. BDS closes up 7-1, and honestly, like, there's not much to say about this one. I mean, BDS just dominated, so that's all you can say. Here's the stats you want to see him. I mean, Bride's 3-3, like, he doesn't even have to do anything. Like, Mantis doesn't have to do anything, but everyone else picks it up on his team. I mean, like, Renshir was 11-3, LM's 10-4. Shaiko's entry is +2 again. I mean, it's just insane. Paulo's only 1 positive. But yeah, it's just not a good match on Oregon for Team Liquid. Very bad match. So going on to the next series, we have Cyclops versus Team 1. Now, honestly, Cyclops look really good in this one. They pretty much get business done right here. I mean, all the players from them are pretty positive except for the last guy. So, and then nothing could get going on the side of Team 1. It was just a dominating game out of Cyclops, and this is what you love to see. It's just, I wish they won more match. They wouldn't get eliminated. But unfortunately, that's how it goes out for them. It really sucks to see them go, honestly. APAC was looking kind of strong in this series, but I mean, that's it from them, bro. They bowed out of the tournament. It just sucks. This is their only match they won today, so I mean, they played really good. Honestly, they played really good, and that prevents Team 1 from getting in that winners bracket. So GG to them. So next we have Team Liquid versus G2, and Team Liquid are pretty strong in this. They win the 7-3. You know, G2 just wasn't looking good. Like, they're not looking good this whole tournament, and it's weird. Like, I don't know, taking out Pengu seems like, you know, it's obviously a massive deal, but like the other players I think would step up, but they just haven't yet. And Team Liquid gets the best of them. Let's go to the stats as we see right here. Only guy positive is Uno. He's 11-4, and you know, not too bad stats. But then you have Paula and Ness just popping off. Paula's +9, Ness is +3. Insane to see from them. G2 does win it on the entry though, but Team Liquid clutch up in the end. They know how to play when they're down, and that's honestly what finishes this series. Just good teamwork out of the Team Liquid. So going on to the next series, we have FaZe Clan versus Team 1, and this one was insane, bro. Like, this was crazy. This one went in overtime on Coastline, and FaZe Clan do manage to clutch up 8-7. This was a massive game to win for the standings, because this man, FaZe Clan, had the tiebreaker over Team 1, so they couldn't jump them overall. So, insane to see how the FaZe Clan win this up. We look at the stats real quick. I mean, cameraman's 14-9 +5. Everyone's positive on the side of FaZe, but once I said again, the overtimes are so hard to predict. But FaZe Clan I think the entry might be tied. I'm not totally sure if I'm reading that right, but I don't know. The entry would look good out of both teams. And I mean, cameraman had 3 plants too. Like, literally plants. They had 6 plants on attack, which is insane. Out of 8 rounds, 8 rounds of attack, they have 6 plants. That's pretty fucking good if you're FaZe Clan. But they clutch up, and that was a massive series to win for them for the stand. Alright, so going on to the next series, we have FaZe Clan versus Team Empire, and Empire looked really well on this map. I mean, FaZe was showing up at certain points, but the last round was so embarrassing. It literally looked like a ranked strategy in the 6th Invitational. I don't know what was happening on that one. But yeah, insane clutch from Scyther right here, as he just gets everyone, which is, it can't happen if you're FaZe. Like, that just can't happen in the first round of defense, but they do manage to clutch that up, and MVC on the stats here. I mean, once again, look at Joystick, 11-11. Dude's is playing insane, and he's on the bottom of the leaderboard, which is crazy to think about. The slang was way better from Empire than FaZe Clan, so that's why they get the dub. And I mean, Team Empire is just scary. They're 8-1. This is what I said at the predictions video. No one believed me. They're 8-1. They can show up like this. It's absolutely insane. All right, so going on to the next series, we have G2 Cloud9. I mean, Kanto pops off in this one. He goes 15-6 with a +9. 1 in the entry, playing really good out of him. 2 1VXs as well. So he just carried his squad to the victory, because he was playing really fucking well, and that's why they win 7-5. But on the side of Cloud9, they didn't look that bad playing as a team, but I mean, it's just different guys popping off, you know what I mean, which is good to see, but you want the whole team to pop off with it, and it just doesn't happen from them. So they're not really looking that good, and this is why Cloud9 almost got bowed out of the tournament, which is insane to think about, because this squad is so good from Korea. But I mean, pretty much G2 just destroys them. Alright, so going on to the next series, we have Empire versus Fira, and Empire win this 7-4, pretty dominant fashion from them. I mean, they really don't lose, to be honest, so I mean, that's just a fact. But I mean, Fira did look good at some points, but remarkably overall, I mean, people are just taking over the series. Like look at Joystick right here. He's taking over the series. And it's just insane to see from him. I mean, look at this peak, dude. He just destroys him. Right there, which is insane to see. He does get the refrag, but as you can see on the overall, this man is 15-5 with a +10. That's why Joystick is insane at the game right now. I think Caliber Jacob said he was +46 with like 100 and something kills, which is insane to think out of only, what, 9 matches of Siege. So insane stuff out of him, but Fira doesn't really show up, as you can see on the stats. Like, only Miracle's the only guy with +1, so I mean, not looking good from Fira, but that was pretty much the whole story of Fira today. They just did not show up to play, so that's why Empire takes a dub. Alright, so going on to the next series, we have Dark Zero versus Cloud9, and Dark Zero played really well. I mean, both teams played really well in this. This does go to overtime, and DZ clutches up 8-7 in this one. Pretty crazy to see, honestly, out of them. But I mean, once I said again, bro, like, a couple of these teams can just go off at any point of the game, and that's what DZ did here. Look at this, guys, 18-10, bro. Hyper's 14-9, like, insane stuff out of them. I mean, honestly, the slang was better from Cloud9 in total, because every one of their team did pretty well. Because NJR and Eclipse did not have a good series, only getting like 11 kills combined. So, but I mean, the thing that sucks is Cloud9 really did look good here. Like, they looked like a team, but they just didn't win. Their first 3 guys, look at that, they're like +8 in fucking in entry. Insane to see from them, but unfortunately they just don't get the dub, and That sucks to see that because they played really well, but DZ also played really well too. Skies and Hyper and Mint kind of went off at certain points. So going on to the next series, we have G2 versus Dark Zero, and G2 wins this 8-6 on Chalet. And honestly, they look really good on this map. I mean, both teams did look really good, but G2 was definitely the better team. And as you see, Virtue just clutching up right here. Insane stuff from him. He actually wins this with only 15 seconds left. But yeah, he just waits here and just pretty much just does what Virtue does. You know what I'm saying? So he kills one, and then he's peeking on the other one. He gets the kid on the bomb, and then gets the other one who's trying to defuse. So insane stuff from him. But as you can see on the stats right here, everyone on G2 is looking pretty well. I mean, Virtue had the clutch, so makes sense. Hyper once again going off, doesn't get anything for it, which sucks. But G2 looked like G2 there, and that's the things I expect from them, honestly. Kayak does play really well. Citizen shows up. I mean, Kayak played really good. Like, I feel like Kayak's been playing really good. That's why that's why I don't get why they're not winning, because he's playing good. And you know what I mean? So I don't know. We'll have to see what G2 does through that lower bracket, if they can make a run or not. But let's go on to the next series. So this one goes down to the wire. We have FaZe Clan versus Fira, as you see on the screen from Rainbow Six Esports with the FaZe ups. But this one was insane. This one went all the way down the wire, and I feel so bad, bro. He goes 20-9 with a plus 11. Lena shows up, bro. He's 4-2 in the entry. He gets 20 kills and they don't win. Look at the rest of his team, bro. They all sucking up. Like, that's just insane, bro. I mean, it just shows you, like, you can't have one player win it all. Like, you just can't. You gotta have people working together, and that's what FaZe does right here. The last 3 overtime rounds were all attack wins on Villa, which is really interesting to see, because you don't see that at all. So that's why I thought Fear was gonna win this one. I mean, they had the defense, and the whole map is defensive sided, like, the whole time. So pretty crazy to see, but FaZe does clutch up, which this win secures them that winner's bracket, which is insane. But that just sucks. He gets 20 kills and he doesn't even get the dub. So going on the next series, we have BDS versus Cyclops, and once again, this went the distance, 8-7 in a BDS win. I mean, once again, like, these teams are playing so fucking well at the Invitationals. That's to go all the way to around 15, which is insane to see. But once again, BDS do clutch up here at the end of the game. Let's look at the stats real quick. I mean, just there's insane KDs all across the board. Shaiko, once again, he doesn't show up. Like, I don't know what's going on with him this whole event. He's not showing up, but the rest of his team is, and that's why they're winning right now. So if Shaiko can perform and show up, bro, this team's actually mad scary. But yeah, Lems, he's going off this event, 14-12 plus 2. Bride, he's 12-10, and then Renshiro is 12-9. But on the side of Cyclops, I mean, good KDs all around, but it just sucks to see them lose this way, because they win this, bro. They're not eliminated. But that, I mean, that's just it. It just sucks to see, bro. So Dark Zero versus Fear. Now this was an interesting one. Fear once again just didn't show up to play today, so this is pretty gonna be a quick one. But DZ just showed up. They played well. And the only thing that was hype was there were a couple 1vx's. I mean, Rare had a 1vx and Eclipse had a 1vx. So they won some rounds. And there were 2 plants, but honestly, DZ just destroyed them. There's really nothing to say in this one. So going on to the last series of the day, we had Team Liquid versus Team 1. Team Liquid wins this 7-5. Remarkable fashion, honestly. So Team Liquid do clutch up, and once again, I think if Team 1 would have won this, they would have been 5-4 tied with FaZe, but FaZe is the tiebreaker, so it wouldn't matter. Look at that lineup from KDS. Insane to see that, honestly. Gets the triple right there. So the same plays out of him, but once again, we look at the stat sheet right here. 13-7 from Nesk. Paula going off, Moringa going off. KDS, once again, he's 14-10. Same stuff from him, but that is the end of the tournament right there. If we go on to the Twitter right here, we can scroll up a little bit. These were the final standings, so this is how they did it, but insane to see. So a lot of teams going through. Team Empire, Team BDS, Team Liquid, and FaZe Clan all going to that winner's bracket. And honestly, Team Empire and BDS played super well, 8-1 through the whole event. Insane to see. Liquid played well, which I knew was going to happen, 6-3. FaZe Clan played all right, 5-4 to get that 4th seed. But they did show up against the teams they needed to beat, which was Team 1, Fira, and they played really well against them. Dark Zero is interesting to see down here, only 4-5. Same with G2, and then Cloud9 and Cyclops just did not really look good, to be honest. But that is going to end it. So for the matches tomorrow, these are the matches tomorrow for Group B. This will be the end of the group stage after this, and then we have a day off, I think, and then we start playoffs on, I think, the Monday. So these are the matches for tomorrow. pretty insane matches. Merkers plays 3 on the A, Oxygen plays 3 on the A, Parabellum plays 2 on the B. So these are all things for us to keep. So these are 9 matches once again tomorrow, and these are all the scenarios, bro. There's so many different things that can happen, honestly, because it's insane to think that Oxygen could go out if they don't perform. So like every spot's up for grabs right now. Every spot's up for grabs because a lot of teams only played 4 matches and they're only 2-2, which are the bottom 3. But honestly, a lot can happen, so we're gonna have to wait to see what happens tomorrow. But it sucks to see Cyclops bow out of the tournament, but that is gonna end the videos. If you guys did enjoy this one, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out, everyone.